Both of these sides went into this game having secured their first wins of the season the previous week. Treviso, having beaten Munster at home, were unchanged and looking for a second Irish scalp in as many weeks. The last time they met at Ravenhill, it finished 29 apiece. Ulster coach Mark Anscombe included Rory Best and Tommy Bowe in his starting 15. Craig Gilroy made his first start of the season in a team containing 11 Irish internationals. Within the first 2 minutes of the match, the Ulster men threatened, and it looked like winger Michael Allen was over for the game's first try. But the TMO was called into action, and it was ruled that Allen's foot was in touch before he got the touchdown. It was a very close call and an early warning for the Italians.
No try. In touch.
On 11 minutes, the home side eventually took the lead, courtesy of a Paddy Jackson penalty. But the visitors were back on level terms midway through the first half. Matt Berquist notched 19 points in the win over Munster, and he was on the mark once again in Ravenhill. Almost immediately, Ulster were over for the first try of the match. Good work, particularly from Jared Payne, who evaded a couple of flailing tackles before sending Luke Marshall away for the try. Again, referee Ian Davies checked with the TMO to ensure Payne's pass to Marshall wasn't forward. It may have been a marginal decision, and this time it went in favour of the Irish province, who led 10-3 when Jackson kicked the conversion. Ulster were on a roll, and on 29 minutes they made it try number 2. Best and Henry both doing well before Payne passed to Allen, who was left with the easy task of finishing the move. Good rugby from Mark Anscombe's side, who'd lost only one of their previous 20 encounters against Italian opposition. Jackson missed the ensuing conversion, but it was still a healthy 15-3 lead for the home side at half-time. Into the second half, Treviso narrowed the margin to 9 points when substitute Alberto de Bernardo put a relatively easy penalty over from close range. But it was a temporary respite for the Italians, who found themselves further behind in the 52nd minute. Ludovico Nitoglia failed to deal with Paddy Jackson's crossfield kick, and it allowed Bowe the simple task of touching down for his first try of the campaign. It gave Ulster a 20 points to 6 lead. Bowe earning a hug from mascot Sparky the Bear as well as his teammates. Nitoglia scored 2 tries in his previous game, but he'll be less pleased with his contribution there. That lead was extended past the hour mark when Ulster clinched the bonus point. Marshall did well to find Dan Tuohy, who in turn put Best away for the 4th try of the game. Having been beaten at home to Glasgow on match day 2, this was much more like it from a rampant Ulster. Luke Marshall feeling the force of Christian Loamanu's tackle in the build-up, but Ulster were looking home and dry. Jackson missed the conversion, but they still led 25 points to 6.
From green on 12. Okay.
With Lewis Stevenson in the sin bin, the Italians put some respectability on the scoreboard with a try of their own. Sub Robert Barbieri getting over from close range. Watch for the brilliant reverse pass from sub Fabio Semenzato to set Barbieri up. And when Di Bernardo converted, it was back to 25-13. But right at the death, it was Ulster who rounded off the night with a 5th try. It might have had a slightly scruffy start with a couple of fly hacks at the loose ball before Bowe found Allen, and the winger raced over for his 2nd try of the night and a 5th in total for the home side. A nice finish to a good night for Ulster, with Jackson kicking the conversion to leave the score 32-13, and that is how it finished. So a second win in a row for Ulster, who are clearly finding their feet after a wobbly start. They face Ospreys next time out. Treviso will play Connacht in their next encounter. The final score at Ravenhill was Ulster 32, Benetton Treviso 13.